2026 is not approaching slowly. It is rushing toward you. And whether you are ready or not will soon be revealed. This is not a message for those who are comfortable, distracted, or waiting for the right moment. Something is shifting beneath the surface, and those who can sense it know that ordinary preparation will no longer be enough. Decisions made in silence today will determine outcomes that others will only notice later. Many will enter 2026 unprepared, shocked by how fast opportunities appear and disappear. But a few will move with clarity, urgency, and precision, positioned ahead of the curve before the year even begins. This is your warning, and this is your window. 2026 is not going to be like the years that have passed. It will be a season of acceleration. What this means is that time will move faster than most people realize. Opportunities that would have taken years to manifest will now appear in months, and those who are not prepared will feel like they are constantly behind. The world is entering a phase where patience alone will not guarantee progress, and those who wait for the perfect moment will lose the advantage to those who act decisively. Acceleration is not just about speed, it is about timing, clarity, and the ability to recognize when to move and when to hold back. Those who understand this dynamic will find that doors that seem permanently closed will open almost effortlessly, and their efforts will produce results far greater than what they have experienced before. On the other hand, hesitation will be costly. People who underestimate the pace of change, who delay their preparations thinking they have time, will wake up one day and realize they have fallen behind in areas that once seemed manageable. The season of acceleration demands an awareness of trends, shifts, and emerging patterns that others may overlook. It is not enough to simply work hard. One must also work smart, aligning effort with opportunity. Every decision made during this season carries weight. A single choice can either propel a person forward exponentially or set them back for months or even years. Acceleration also amplifies results, both positive and negative. Small actions taken consistently now will yield compounding effects that will seem almost sudden to those who are not ready. Conversely, small mistakes or miscalculations will grow faster than usual, creating obstacles that are harder to overcome. This is why preparation is crucial. To enter a season of acceleration successfully, one must cultivate discipline, sharpen skills, and maintain focus, even when distractions and doubts arise. Those who understand the rhythm of acceleration will learn to anticipate change, act decisively, and embrace the discomfort of preparation, knowing that what is sown in effort today will bear a harvest far greater tomorrow. It is a time that rewards foresight, courage, and persistent action above all else, and only those who embrace it fully will stand at the forefront when the season unfolds. 2026 will be a year where opportunities are all around. Yet most people will fail to recognize them because they are hidden beneath the surface. These opportunities will not come in the form of grand announcements or obvious chances. They will be subtle, quiet, and often disguised as ordinary circumstances. Success in this season will belong to those who have developed the eyes to see what others overlook, who can discern potential where others see only challenges or routine. Hidden opportunities often appear in the midst of difficulty or uncertainty, and those who are distracted by fear or complacency will miss them entirely. Many will wait for the perfect moment or the most convenient opening, not realizing that the most powerful doors open to those who move first, even when the path seems unclear. The key to finding these hidden opportunities lies in awareness, preparation, and a willingness to take risks that others avoid. You must be observant of patterns, listening closely to the subtle signals that life and circumstances provide, because the opportunities of 2026 will favor those who can read between the lines and act with precision. They are often wrapped in situations that demand patience, careful thought, and strategic action, and those who ignore preparation will never recognize them when they appear. Opportunities may also come in relationships, in projects others deem insignificant, or in skills that seem minor today but will become critical tomorrow. The challenge is that hidden opportunities require the courage to step forward without certainty, to invest time, energy, and resources into paths that may initially seem uncertain, yet hold the power to transform your life profoundly. The unprepared mind will dismiss them, while the prepared mind will see them as stepping stones to accelerated growth. This is why preparation, focus, and clarity of vision are essential. They create the ability to act decisively the moment opportunity presents itself. Those who can consistently identify these subtle chances, cultivate them, and align their actions with their long-term goals will enter 2026 not merely as participants but as leaders in whatever field or purpose they pursue. Hidden opportunities are like seeds buried in the soil. They require the patience to nurture and the wisdom to recognize the right conditions for growth. But when cultivated with diligence, they will blossom into outcomes far beyond expectation, rewarding those who dare to look deeper and act sooner than the rest. One of the greatest threats to success in 2026 will be delay. Waiting for the perfect moment, hesitating because of fear, or procrastinating because of uncertainty will cost more than effort ever could. Delay is subtle. It doesn't always feel dangerous at the moment, but it silently steals opportunities, growth, and potential from those who are unprepared. Many people think they have time to start tomorrow, to refine their plans further, or to wait for circumstances to align perfectly, not realizing that time itself is moving faster than they imagine. The truth is that every second wasted is a step lost, and what could have been gained in months may be lost forever if action is postponed. The danger of delay is not just in missing external opportunities, it is in allowing momentum to fade, vision to blur, and courage to weaken. When you delay, you give the world and competition the chance to move ahead of you, to take the opportunities that were meant for your hands, and to claim positions you could have held. Hesitation breeds regret, and regret is heavier than effort because it cannot be reversed. Delay also creates a false sense. Alignment is one of the most powerful forces that will determine who thrives in 2026 and who struggles to keep up. It is not enough to be busy, active, or even talented. Success comes to those whose actions, mindset, focus, and resources are all working in harmony toward a clearly defined goal. When a person is misaligned, effort often produces little or inconsistent results. Time is spent running in multiple directions. Energy is drained by distractions, and even the most promising opportunities are missed because the mind, heart, and actions are not operating as one cohesive unit. True alignment begins with clarity. You must know exactly what you want, why you want it, and what it will take to achieve it. Without clarity, even hard work can become aimless and ineffective, like rowing a boat without a compass. Alignment also demands self-discipline and prioritization. The things you do daily must reflect the vision you hold for your future. Every decision, interaction, and investment of time should serve the overarching goal, or it risks pulling you away from your desired outcome. In 2026, the world will not wait for those who are scattered. It will reward those who have focused energy, clear intentions, and consistent habits. Alignment also includes aligning with opportunities. Timing, strategy, and preparation must converge so that when the right doors open, you are ready to walk through without hesitation. Misalignment, on the other hand, creates friction. Energy is wasted on the wrong projects, in the wrong seasons, or in relationships that do not support your purpose. The season ahead will expose misalignment quickly because the pace of change will amplify both efficiency and inefficiency. The aligned individual, even when faced with challenges, will move steadily forward because every effort is multiplied by direction and focus. Alignment does not happen by accident. It is cultivated intentionally through reflection, planning, and disciplined action. Those who invest time in aligning their skills, mindset, and environment before the year begins will find that 2026 favors them in extraordinary ways, producing results that feel almost effortless because all the moving parts of their life are operating in unison. It becomes a force multiplier, turning preparation into opportunity and effort into breakthrough, giving them a momentum that is impossible to stop when everything finally converges perfectly. 2026 will not be a year for random effort or blind action. It will reward those who understand the power of strategic moves. It is not enough to work hard or to be busy. What matters is the precision of your actions and the intentionality behind every step you take. Strategic moves are deliberate, calculated, and aligned with a bigger vision, and they separate those who succeed from those who merely exist. Many people waste time chasing immediate results or following trends without understanding whether those actions are moving them toward their ultimate goal. In contrast, a strategic approach focuses on long-term impact while leveraging short-term actions, creating a multiplier effect that turns effort into exponential progress. Every move must be purposeful. Even small actions, when executed with strategy, compound over time to produce outcomes far beyond what can be achieved through sporadic or impulsive effort. Strategic thinking requires patience and discernment. It demands that you study the environment, understand the opportunities and threats around you, and anticipate the shifts that others fail to see. This allows you to position yourself advantageously before the moment of breakthrough arrives. Strategic moves are also about timing. The right decision made too early or too late can waste potential, while a well-timed action can change the trajectory of your entire year. In 2026, the pace of change will be faster than ever, which means opportunities will come and go quickly, and those who move without strategy may find themselves overwhelmed or misaligned with the flow of circumstances. Furthermore, strategic moves require focus and consistency. A strategy is only effective if it is executed with discipline and repeated until results become visible. It is not about making a single brilliant move. It is about consistently applying insight, learning from outcomes, and adjusting actions to maximize results. The people who master strategic moves in 2026 will not only achieve more, they will achieve it faster with less wasted energy and greater clarity of purpose. They will see doors open that others don't even notice, gain influence in places where others struggle, and create momentum that propels them forward regardless of the challenges they encounter. The key is to start preparing now, to cultivate the ability to think strategically and to practice making decisions with intentionality, so that when the season arrives, every move you make is not just an action, but a powerful step toward breakthrough and transformation. In 2026, one of the most underestimated factors for success will be the ability to embrace isolation for clarity. Many people fear being alone, believing that constant activity, noise, and interaction are necessary to stay relevant. But the truth is that distraction is one of the greatest enemies of preparation. Isolation is not about loneliness. It is about creating space where the mind can focus, the vision can sharpen, and decisions can be made without interference from external pressures or conflicting opinions. In this season, the world will become louder, opportunities will appear in abundance, and distractions will multiply. Those who fail to step back, who fail to create deliberate space for reflection, will find themselves reacting to events rather than proactively shaping their future. Isolation provides clarity because it allows you to evaluate your goals, priorities, and progress with honesty and precision. In the quiet, you begin to see which habits, relationships, and decisions are serving your growth and which ones are holding you back. It is in these moments of solitude that insights emerge, strategies are refined, and the energy needed to execute plans is cultivated. Isolation is also a training ground for discipline. It teaches you to resist immediate gratification, to focus on what truly matters, and to develop resilience in the face of distractions that seek to pull you off course. People who cannot embrace periods of intentional solitude often find themselves drifting, responding to the demands and opinions of others, and missing the subtle signals that guide them toward opportunity. In contrast, those who master isolation cultivate an inner clarity that acts like a compass, helping them navigate the complexity of life and work in 2026 with precision. This clarity allows for better decision making, more effective planning, and the courage to pursue paths that others might deem unconventional or risky. Isolation also amplifies creativity and problem solving because it gives the mind uninterrupted space to explore solutions and possibilities that remain invisible in constant noise. The challenge, however, is that this kind of isolation requires intentionality. It requires creating boundaries, saying no to distractions, and prioritizing focus over social comfort. Those who invest in this practice now will enter 2026 not only with clarity, but with the power to execute on their vision without hesitation, moving with confidence in ways that the distracted and unprepared will struggle to comprehend. It is in this deliberate quiet that breakthroughs are born, strategies are perfected, and preparation transforms into unstoppable progress. As 2026 approaches, one reality must be clearly understood. It will be a season of testing. Challenges will increase, not because things are going wrong, but because growth demands pressure. Many people misunderstand tests and assume that difficulty is a sign to retreat, when in fact, it is often confirmation that preparation is being activated. Testing reveals strength, exposes weakness, and refines character. In this season, situations will arise that stretch patience, discipline, and consistency. Plans may be questioned, confidence may be shaken, and results may not appear as quickly as expected. These moments are designed to evaluate readiness, not to discourage progress. Those who lack preparation will interpret tests as obstacles, while those who are prepared will recognize them as indicators of advancement. Testing forces individuals to apply what they claim to know, turning theory into experience and intention into action. It also brings clarity by separating commitment from convenience. When pressure increases, excuses lose their power and true priorities surface. Many will abandon their goals in this season because they were emotionally attached to comfort rather than committed to growth. Testing also exposes hidden gaps in skill, mindset, and strategy, providing valuable insight into areas that require strengthening. This is why resilience becomes essential. The ability to remain focused during uncertainty, to continue executing plans despite resistance, and to adapt without losing direction will define success in 2026. Testing does not arrive to break you, it arrives to prove you. It builds endurance, sharpens judgment, and develops maturity that cannot be gained in ease. Those who endure testing without becoming bitter or distracted gain an advantage that cannot be taught or transferred. They develop confidence rooted in experience rather than optimism. Each challenge faced and navigated increases capacity for greater responsibility and influence. The season of testing also trains discernment, teaching when to persist, when to adjust, and when to let go of what no longer serves progress. People who avoid testing remain unproven, while those who confront it grow stronger, wiser, and more effective. In 2026, progress will not be measured by how comfortable the journey feels, but by how consistently action is taken under pressure, how lessons are absorbed without resentment, and how vision is preserved even when outcomes are delayed, shaping individuals who are not only prepared for opportunity, but capable of sustaining it when it finally arrives. Agency in action will be one of the defining qualities that separates progress from stagnation in 2026. This is not about rushing or acting recklessly, but about recognizing the value of time and responding to opportunities with decisiveness and intention. Many people delay action because they are waiting to feel fully ready, fully confident, or fully certain, not realizing that readiness is often a result of movement, not a prerequisite for it. Urgency creates momentum, and momentum creates clarity. When action is delayed, doubt grows, fear multiplies, and opportunities quietly pass by unnoticed. The season ahead will reward those who act promptly even when conditions are not ideal, because progress favors those who move while others hesitate. Urgency sharpens focus and forces prioritization. It compels individuals to eliminate distractions, simplify decisions, and concentrate energy on what truly matters. Without urgency, potential remains dormant, ideas remain theoretical, and preparation loses its power. In 2026, the pace of change will demand responsiveness. Opportunities will not wait for comfort or convenience, and hesitation will create gaps that are quickly filled by others who are willing to move faster. Urgency also strengthens discipline. When action becomes immediate, excuses lose their influence and accountability increases. It trains the mind to respond with purpose rather than emotion, and to choose progress over perfection. Those who develop urgency learn to value consistency over intensity, understanding that steady action taken daily produces far greater results than occasional bursts of effort. Urgency transforms intention into execution and vision into measurable outcomes. It also builds confidence, because every action taken reinforces belief in one's ability to move forward despite uncertainty. The absence of urgency, however, leads to stagnation. Ideas are endlessly refined but never implemented. Plans are postponed, and energy is wasted in overthinking rather than doing. The season ahead will expose this pattern quickly. Those who act with urgency will gain experience, insight, and positioning that cannot be replicated by observation alone. They will learn faster, adjust quicker, and advance further, not because they were more gifted, but because they respected time and responded when it mattered. Urgency is ultimately a mindset that understands that delay has consequences, that opportunity is seasonal, and that action taken today carries more power than intention deferred to tomorrow, shaping a future where preparation meets opportunity at the exact moment it is needed. 2026 will not announce itself when it arrives. It will simply reward those who were ready and bypass those who were not. What you do after hearing this matters more than what you have just heard. Preparation is not loud, and progress is not accidental. The advantage belongs to those who move early, think clearly, and act consistently while others delay. Do not wait for pressure to force change. Choose discipline now. The future is shaped quietly long before results become visible. If you act with intention today, the year ahead will not overwhelm you. It will respond to you, and preparation will turn into positioning exactly when it matters most.